Hey there, folks. So this is the May 2017 Gentleman's Box unboxing. I say it when I open every one of these videos. Gentleman's Box is one of those subscriptions that I genuinely look forward to every month. When a box comes in, they haven't been absolutely flawless. There have been a few items where it's kind of like, really? But consistently, they are always there. The stuff in the box is good. The quality of the stuff is good. The choices, I mesh with the choices. So always love seeing Gentleman's Box show up. And the fact that Jim Beam is sponsoring this box has me a little interested. So we have our theme, which we will get through in a bit, honoring our favorite Southern gentleman. But you are not here to hear me read. You are here to watch me take things out of this box. And we will take a look at our pack-in card. Make it a drink to remember. Enjoy the smooth, full-bodied flavor of Jim Beam Black Bourbon on the Rocks. So let's go ahead and see what we have in our favorite Southern gentleman. So first things first, we are getting some product placement here. Yeah, sure enough. So 4 wooden coasters. Jim Beam Black, extra age bourbon. I was tapping, if you go way back to, I think it was the very first video that I made, Birchbox, like March of 2013. I got some leather coasters, and I was kind of surprised at first, and it's like, oh wait, this isn't real leather. So with these, I kind of wanted to just give a check. But this is real wood, and actually very cool real wood. So I'm liking this. Could probably put this downstairs in our common area. We have a temporary house guest staying with us through the end of July, but once he has moved, once his things are gone, once his hamster is gone, once we have our living room back, I may put these down in the living room area. So very nice so far. The next thing we have is a lapel pin from Camden Burgundy, recommended with a blue silk tie and white pink or red linen silk pocket square for maximum effect. Ideally worn to wedding, cocktails, or social events. Well, I'm really not much of a weddings person. Not really much of a cocktails person. Most of the social events I go to are more jeans and t-shirts, but I do like the lapel pin. It's got like a very nice dark red to it. Looks really good. Even on the blue that I'm wearing here. So yeah, again, something to put in my big box of accessories. Moving on. I'm just kind of randomly grabbing things as I see them. We have AJ Murray's Face It Like a Man lotion, and the scent, they say, is Kentucky bourbon. So if you have seen my Birchbox videos, you know what's coming up. We are going to give this the sniff test, and I don't care if this is sealed for my protection. I'm going to unleash it. Oh yes. This is definitely bourbon scented. This is something that I probably would not wear to work, because people might get to speculating. The one thing I will say, and I'm not entirely sure here, it almost seems like, I don't know how long these sat around, but it almost seems like the lotion is a little dried out. Even when I just kind of slapped it on my hand to get a little out, it's got like a little bit of a, I don't want to say too tacky texture, but I think half the challenge is going to be getting the lotion out of there. But man, absolutely, the scent. They are not lying about the scent. That is definitely the smell of bourbon, and I can attest to that, being a former graduate student many times over. Drinking and I have a very long relationship. The next thing we have are a pair of socks from, ironically enough, www.southernscholar.com from their Gentleman's Collection. So we have, again, kind of the very dark red with gray, kind of a crossing highlight and polka dots. This could be poor lighting and color blindness, but I want to say that is a gray. For a second, I wasn't quite sure if it was kind of a really kind of an off blue or a gray, but I'm looking at it now in a gray. So colors are good. Again, I'm loving that dark red. That dark red is really working for me. We have the tie. And, of course, I will take the tie out of the package as soon as I see. Here we go. The tie is from Salt and Dapper, a name I am familiar with. I've had several of their ties shown up. And, just a very simple plaid pattern. Again, we're kind of sticking with that dominant dark red, which I think is a white. My vision is starting to go to hell, but I also think it's some onset male color blindness. But yeah, just very nice, simple tie. And then we have a box. I think it's an ice cube tray. One of these silicone ice cube trays. Had a little lotion on the hand. I kind of took it on there and didn't rub it around. But again, we have the branding there. We'll find out in a second, because I'm going to go through the magazine now. But pretty sure that is an ice cube tray. So let's take a look. Dear Gentleman's Box is the makers of Jim Beam Black, the highest rated bourbon in the world. We are proud to be partnering with Gentleman's Box this month. Just as style and taste go hand in hand, so do Jim Beam Black and Gentleman's Box. Jim Beam has been elevating people's taste since 1795. That's right, for over 200 years and 7 generations. Bourbon enthusiasts have enjoyed the taste of Jim Beam. Distilled in the heart of Kentucky and true to its Kentucky heritage, Jim Beam Black embraces the spirit and style of the Southern gentleman, a refined man who is aware that all eyes are on him when he enters a room, poised and confident and well-groomed. We invite you to try Jim Beam Black and hope you enjoy the items in this month's Gentleman's Box in the meantime. So, our favorite Southern gentleman. This month, we honor a large group of gentlemen characterized by casual elegance. These gentlemen have an inviting nature and charming personalities. Not this one. To them, chivalry lives on. They will always be the first to hold the door open, and their last word will end in ma'am or sir. That one for me, yeah. And it's living in a gender-sensitive workspace, it grates on people. Their conversation with our honoree flows seamlessly and can last for hours. Again, not this one. Super introvert. Get me the fuck out of a social situation if you can get me there. Expect these gents to be polite guests when not being the hospitable host. I'll own that one. This May, our Gentleman's Box honors our favorite Southern gentlemen. These gentlemen work hard no matter what duties come with the job at hand. They have impeccable style and value etiquette and manners. These men know when to stay reserved, but can become the life of the party in an instant. They know how to show guests a good time through old-fashioned Southern hospitality. Their location may categorize them, but we honor them for their gentlemanlike qualities. So, flipping through, we have the kind of put-together look for the box, and just kind of pushing through. So, we have the Southern Scholar socks. We have the Salt and Dapper tie. The socks coming in at $12. The tie at $39. We have the Camden lapel pin at $29. We have the Woodchuck wooden coasters for $35. You know, and again, I'm really liking the aesthetic on those coasters. AJ Murray's Kentucky Bourbon Lotion for $4. And the ice tray. Yep, that was what I thought that was. Ice tray. What is Southern Hospitality? A recipe for barbecue sauce. Drink Smart. Always helps. Cheers to celebrations. And wow. They really did it. So, if you are, if you've watched any of these videos where they feature pictures of members or one member in particular, you will always hear me sarcastically quip, I'm not the person. I will never be featured. I can now say for the first time, and you have all of this presented on video, recorded for posterity's sake, I have officially been proven wrong. So yes, that is yours truly, the featured member Q&A. So let's see here. Yeah, so they sent me an email a few months ago and said, you know, do you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, sure. So, you know, sent a couple pictures and filled out the form. And ironically enough, with the whole Southern Gentleman thing, this kind of fits. Fun fact, Matt Groening said of grad school, some people never learn. I'm now finishing up my third master's degree, education, digital learning and teaching, and I'm gearing up for a run on my doctorate. Well, I have since graduated. I graduated 2 weeks ago on Saturday, and if you watched my confessional video, of course, you know that. But yes, you know, I can speak to the hell and peril of grad school. What are qualities you believe every man should have in order to be a gentleman? Politeness, civility, manners, a dry wit, and just a little saltiness. Again, if you know me, we can stretch a little, just a bit. What is your drink of choice? Old-fashioned. If you are even remotely near my social circle, you know that. What has been a favorite item you received in a past gentleman's box? I'm torn between the black and magenta Dead Soxy socks from the Dreamer box or the scarf from our favorite Mad Men, which I still wear very, very frequently. Being a gentleman is not only dressing the part, but acting the part. What is something you've recently done to help benefit others? True fact, I am one of the super geeks at the Cramden Institute, a local nonprofit that refurbishes donated computers and gives them to hardworking students who do not have a PC in their home as a means of addressing the digital divide. When I'm not working on repairing machines myself, I'm teaching volunteers, usually children and teenagers who have never looked inside a PC case before, how to troubleshoot and repair computers. What made you subscribe to Gentleman's Box? Is a God, they didn't edit this at all. This is awesome. Is a big man, red, fat. Many of my clothing options are limited so far as style is concerned. 3XL and men's fashion don't mix often, leaving me with a collection of other generic shirts and slacks. So I'm always looking for accessories that I can use to dress my outfits up. GB has been an amazing source for socks, ties, and other items that I can use to customize my wardrobe. For example, this, speaking of graduation, okay, kind of poor to see there, and I'm not taking it off at this point in time, but my pin from the NC State College of Education, which I have been wearing since graduation and will probably wear for many, many, many years to come. So we've got the history of Jim Beam, and then the last page featuring people wearing the product. So yeah, wow. They did it. Actually featured. Fantastic. So there we go, folks. That is your May 2017 Gentleman's Box. I kind of put everything, well, I guess I'll take this down and wash it and put it in the freezer. So first things first, we have the Jim Beam silicone ice cube tray, silicone. We have the Salt and Dapper tie, which I may wear tomorrow. I actually have to go to a conference over in Chapel Hill. So, you know, I have to put on my airs of pretension around the other academics. We have the Southern Scholars socks. We have the Camden Burgundy lapel pin. And then finally, we have the Woodchuck Jim Beam wood coasters. So there you go, folks. At this point in time, if you've seen the video, you know exactly what's coming up. If you would like to subscribe and be subjected to these on a very regular basis, once I get the lid closed, by all means, hit the subscribe button. And I've never actually watched to see, I don't know if I'm pointing here for the subscribe, or if I get mirrored and I should be pointing over here. Given that I'm actually trying to up my game on making these videos just a little bit, probably should help to see if I'm actually pointing in the right direction, but that's just me. So anyway, hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more of these. As always, I'm trying to engage people more when they leave comments. I will stress the word trying. Usually on a typical work night, I don't leave my office until about 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening. So when I get home, the last thing I usually want to do is get in front of a computer, especially because I've been doing it for the last 2 years with grad school. But leave a comment and I will try to respond in kind. Until then, I will see everybody for the next box that comes along. So please, by all means, be good to each other, and stay safe out there.